Welcome back to our channel, or welcome to our channel if it's the first time visiting us. We've done a previous series travelling around South Africa, and we've done a video travelling around Wales in a van, not too dissimilar to this. And we're now, unsurprisingly, not in Africa, and we are in Scotland. So for the next 2 weeks, we're going to be touring basically the coast of Scotland. Started in Edinburgh, all the way round, up the Cairngorms, all the way up NC 500, all the way down the west coast.
We flew in nice and early and dropped our bags off at the hotel, and then we proceeded to walk around Edinburgh for the rest of the day.
Being our first time in Scotland, there were a few things we had to visit and had to see, including the Royal Mile. We found our first Harry Potter reference, and one of the things we had heard is that just about everywhere you go in Edinburgh, you will hear the echo of bagpipes. And if that isn't the most Scottish thing you can see or do, we then proceeded to whisky taste at the Whisky Experience, which was actually brilliant. It was the most expensive distillery experience, if you like, that we did whilst in Scotland, but actually to start off the trip and to give us a bit of a overview of the 5 regions that produce whisky in Scotland, it was a great opener for Emma and a lot of fun for me as a bit of a whisky nerd. Not only did the Whisky Experience have a number of rooms offering very unique and interactive whisky tasting, they also are lucky enough to house the largest single collection of whisky anywhere in the world, and it was beyond ridiculous how much whisky there was. Following that, as we clearly couldn't drive, we went on a bus tour of Edinburgh to see as much as we could in as little time as possible, and it was a lot of fun.
The next morning, after we picked up the van, we headed to Murrayfield before we headed out of the city.
Although it might seem like we booked a private tour, we didn't. We just got incredibly lucky on a lot of the tours and experiences throughout the trip, and ended up in really small groups for just about all of them.
Right, good evening. We had hoped to give you a bit of a tour in the day, however, day got away from us. 2.5 hours, 2 and a bit hours out of Edinburgh in the end. Picked up the van, lovely Josh, awesome, really nice guy. And actually, we've done a Wales trip, and if you haven't seen any of the highlights from that, check out our socials. I don't believe we posted a video of it. We may yet. But now I've got a much smaller wheelbase. Okay, so the last time was extended wheelbase and extended roof. This is for the two of us. We've got a much shorter wheelbase, and we'll give you a bit of a run around the van tomorrow. For now, we've got dinner going, parked alongside a little stream in the Cairngorms mountains on the way in. A myriad of birds, didn't stop because the light was fading, and luckily a lot of Highland cows and red deer, which was an absolute treat. So hopefully in the morning we might go back and see if we can find them. I can't remember the name of the town now. We're somewhere around Balmoral at the moment. We've got a beef casserole coming on, so I look forward to sharing the rest of the trip with you. Emma's behind the camera, feeling a bit unwell, but I'm sure we'll see more of her on the trip. For now, thank you. Okay, so compared to the van we had when we did our tour of Wales, we now have a much smaller wheelbase, which is interesting. For the two of us, it's been nice to see and compare. There's a field of Highland cows just over there, which is beautiful. So let's have a quick look around. Not that much exciting stuff to see here. Bin bag, this is the cab, but actually noticeable is it's cut off from, I guess, the living area, the living quarters. See what state Emma's in this morning. And then inside the van, it's probably looking a bit messy already. Sleepy Emma. We've got to just chuck everything on the chair. And just as you come in, our gas is down here for our hob. We only have 2 hobs in this van. In Wales we had a little oven piece as well, so we'll see later on if that becomes inconvenient. I don't think it will. Nicely packed away is our sink, all hiding some washing up. Nice and small fridge. Don't need much more. Actually, we were surprised at how much we could get in there the other day. Little latch. Dining table comes out, so you end up, when you're ready to eat, sort of in this configuration here. Bed's permanently set up, and I think we can both testify that it is incredibly cozy. Last night, there you go, she's still in there enjoying the warmth. Last night, despite being up here in the mountains, it was very warm. What a way to wake up. Round the back, because the permanent bed set up, we essentially have a garage which is storing our suitcases, our diesel heater, and probably later our washing. Not bad. Okay, wow. I am off into the mountains, as it were. Emma really not feeling very well. Beautiful wimbrel just flying past. Wow, look at that, everywhere. How good. Curlew, wimbrel. Potentially some snow bunting. Potentially some golden eagles. But I'm heading up there. I've left Emma, bless her, resting in the van. Can you hear that? There they are. Don't know if you can see it above me. Unbelievable. How good. Absolutely gorgeous. Not sure how much of it you can see there. Look at that. Lost for words. Lost for words, and a bit of blue sky, a bit of sunshine. Let's see what we see. Well, one of the biggest problems, very often, Emma will testify to this, that walking with me is very slow, because I'm constantly looking at things, constantly stopping, trying to find wildlife. But I mean, how could you walk fast? This is stunning. How good.
Hello, first time properly seeing me. So we've just finished lunch at Tarmacan Cafe, if I'm saying it right. It was a lovely cafe, very nice. And now we've just stopped off to have a little wander around the Balmoral estate. So should be nice to go see Kingy and Queenie. Off we go. was a nice little whistle-stop tour of Balmoral. And now we're going to go to Applemere. I think this way. So we're going to go to, well, I don't know, Avermore. We're going to go to Avermore next. And that's where we're going to try and find a park up for the night.
I might walk around the nature reserve if the weather's alright.
Yeah. And then we'll head off up to Inverness tomorrow to start the NC 500. Hopefully. Feeling a bit better by tomorrow because I am lagging now.
Right, as you can see, steaming away. We've got dinner underway. We are here at Inch. Lockinch. Yeah, just cooking up some dinner. We've got chicken arrabbiata, chicken, pasta. Do you think we've got enough? I think I can see where the nest was.
Yeah, past the stump.
Why are you not cooking the onion off with that? And the
What?
carrot that's hard. These hard root vegetables need to be in there.
Because, as I
Give
said...
it a second, give it a second.
As I said... You're giving me mixed signals. What do I do? Am I putting this in? Am I putting this in now? Or am I...
No, put it back on the thing.
And here. And then we've got this. Lovely. Well, good morning.
She lives.
I'm alive. I had a slightly better night's sleep, but I still don't feel amazing. As you can probably hear. That's cute. I feel like we're constantly saying, like, that's cute. That's cute. Oh, that's really good. Along the whole way.
I mean, look at the map and how big Lockinch is. We've barely seen. You've seen an inch. Comedy. Well.
So, we're just moving off. It is 10:49 because the clocks have gone forward. And we are now heading off to
RSPB
Lockgarter. And we're then on our way to Inverness today to start the NC 500. So it's still not a very good day for me.
not feeling amazing. So I'm just having a bed day, having a van day. Just chilling out. I've had the heater on a little bit for about 10 minutes and that's kept the van nice and warm. And now I'm just having a little read and I've got a wonderful view just outside my window. So it's not too bad, it's just a shame that I don't feel particularly up to having the energy to walk outside. So we've just left the RSPB site at Loch Garten and we're now heading off to another RSPB site in Inverness, which
I am taking advantage of the fact she's not very well.
So we can basically park up and if I need to I can just stay with the van and Tom can go on his little walkies, or hopefully I'll have enough energy to do the next one. I think it's going to take us about an hour to get there.
World champion porridge. Gold. These guys. Don't know where we are.
Carrot something.
Love that.
So, we have seen our first red squirrel of the trip. It tottled along over there, and managed to see one. Didn't get any footage of it yet, but we've seen all these signs saying watch out for red squirrels. We've not seen a single one yet. And now we've got one. So, yay! We went to the RSPB place at Udell Bay, stopped off there very quickly because it was just a little hide, and then now we saw that the Fairy Glen Falls are not far from where we just were, about 10 minutes down the road. So we've come down, parked up, and we're going to go find some waterfalls.
Good morning. Losing track of time. 31st of March. Last day in April. Happy Mother's Day yesterday to all the mums. But we forgot to sign off yesterday. It ended up being not necessarily a long day. I think we just got a bit tired by the time we arrived here. And we arrived at a forestry site that they often have little park ups. We stayed in one or two in Wales and they were brilliant. It's free, you've got a bench, you've got bins, and you're, as you can see, surrounded by nature. Only downside to this one is there is a main road there. But look at the sunshine today, how good. Very lucky so far, very lucky. So there we are, tucked away. Plan for today is Emma wants to go visit Culloden. She's been a big fan of that Outlander show. I believe I've got the name right. Obviously that's a bit of a pilgrimage for that. Later on in the trip we'll do a bit more me and her stuff, which is the Harry Potter. But for now, Culloden for her. Obviously lots of historical
significance there as well. And then we move on to start the NC500 today, and we'll probably end up halfway up towards John O'Groats, and we'll let you know as and when and how we get on. But for now, that looks very good.